So if I did have one last day on campus, I would probably go to Melnitz Hall. There were a couple of professors who really stood out to me over the years, and I would just like to go and say bye to them and thank them in person.
Hi, my name is Kaushal. I'm a fourth year at UCLA, class of 2021. I'm studying computational and systems biology, and I'm minoring in entrepreneurship.
Hi, my name is Lorena Palateo. I'm a fourth year at UCLA as a financial actuarial math major with a specialization in computing.
I'm Asha Irani, and I'm a graduating senior in 2021, and I'm a film and television major with a concentration in screenwriting and producing.
COVID-19 has really changed the way I do school. It's been kind of difficult learning how to find a quiet place to focus on my school and not be distracted.
It's so difficult for me personally to pay attention to Zooms, and it's been that way since COVID began.
I feel like it's harder to meet new people, and especially as a senior, it's kind of hard to kind of connect with your friends. You know, I kind of like the virtual aspect of classes. It's kind of cool to just wake up and kind of tune into your class at 9 a.m.
I can do school at times where I feel like I can really focus and learn the materials.
My school experience has just been impacted in that way where it's sad to compare. Overall, it's just like really disheartening, especially my senior year, it being like this.
There's a lot of uncertainty about how it would impact graduation and what it meant for us as seniors. With the success of the vaccine rollout and the widespread distribution, there has actually been some really positive changes in that aspect.
It's definitely not the graduation I had imagined.
I'm glad I do get the opportunity to walk, because that's a very symbolic thing.
It's been disappointing, but I'm also just grateful that we're going to be able to have an in-person ceremony. So while I don't get to have as many guests as I would have liked at my graduation, I am going to take 2 guests, which are going to be my parents.
My mom and my sister are going to drive down. It's going to be super fun. So.
I think my favorite place on campus is Kirchhoff. It was always somewhere where I went to grab a quick snack, and I really miss just casually running into people you don't expect to run into on campus and having conversations and just seeing everyone.
I just love the second floor of Powell, just going there and studying. It's such a great environment for just kind of sitting down and getting stuff done. It's always like super studious. Everybody's like there kind of working hard, so it kind of motivates you to work harder.
Northern Lights Cafe on North Campus. I would sit by the fireplace and eat my froyo in between classes and do some work. That was a big part of my first couple years here. This
is like kind of like a sculpture garden. It's always just like a nice place to kind of put your AirPods in, jog a little bit, clear your head. So
this one night where we had a club meeting, and then after that we went to Kazuki Tuesday at BJ's. Everyone was available that night, and we took up like half the restaurant. I really felt like that kind of sums up college for me. Being around everyone, and even if you're not doing something super big or exciting, just experiencing it with everyone.
My personal decision to like switch my major. So I came into UCLA as a pre-med student, and middle of my sophomore year, I decided that I didn't want to be in school that long. So I was kind of having like a mid-college crisis, and luckily counselors were able to help me with that and kind of suggest alternative paths, and I'm going in a completely different direction. So I would say like that's what I'm most proud of. I'll always remember like that state of transition.
My sophomore year, I lived in Sproul Cove with 2 of my best friends. We just had the absolute best memories there, just being able to bounce around and do a lot of things and see a lot of people in like central campus, like in the heart of UCLA, and with the vibrant life of everything, and like really starting to find my place at UCLA.
I think for me to feel like my experience was complete, the first thing is graduation. I think it's also allowing seniors to do some of the traditions that we missed out on this year.
What I do ask, hopefully, is that in the future, over the next few months, or that UCLA has like an indoor graduation ceremony where we don't have to like limit ourselves to 2 guests, just maybe bring our entire family and able to kind of like walk across the stage, like in that kind of setting.
I've made peace with the rest of it, and the ceremony is really what's going to solidify it for me. think what I'm looking forward to the most is being in different areas of the country, but also still keeping in touch with my friends that I've made in college.
I'm looking forward to being in the real film industry. I don't know, explore my passions that I've had at UCLA, and hopefully be able to go back in person and work in an office with like-minded people who are also passionate about film and television development.